Today we're going to a studio that isn't going to seem like a normal home studio, but it is the most epic home studio you will ever see. The studio is called Bunker 5 Music. It is in Laverne, Tennessee, which is just south of Nashville. The studio is built and owned by Edwin Portillo, who's a good friend of mine, probably talented in the most multifaceted way. He's a musician, he's an audio engineer, he is a builder. Literally, he designed and built this studio himself with his crews. He has a custom home building construction company, and of course, designed and built this amazing place, and continues to. Even though we've been here before, we've done a tour, it has changed dramatically since the tour #1, and now he still has more plans to add on and make it even more epic. So I'm super glad to be able to come back to Bunker 5 Music. If you are interested in going in and making a record at this amazing place, I'll put links to Bunker 5 Music down in the description. So I think you guys are really gonna enjoy this tour. Excuse me one second. What's that? Oh, mugs? That's right. We have some official merch. And of course, if you're happy to see more studio tours on the channel, thank our friends at Sweetwater who are sponsoring these videos again. If you didn't know, part of my business outside of running a studio and making these videos is actually helping other people plan and design and figure out what they're going to use in their studio through these consultations that I offer on my website. I'll figure out their end goal with them, and then I will build out an equipment list for all of the gear for the whole flow of how the studio is going to work. And honestly, one of my favorite tools to use is on sweetwater.com. It's such a simple tool. It's called a wish list. If you're interested in checking out any of the equipment that I use in my studio, I made a wish list that essentially just has all the gear that I use. If you want to support this channel and you want to see more videos like this, click that affiliate link that takes you to Sweetwater. If you're planning on picking up some gear, speakers, software, guitars, drums, whatever, click that link before you do. It's an affiliate link. That's the best way to support the channel and the sponsor. So thank you, Sweetwater, for sponsoring this video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and like button down below, and leave me a comment letting me know who you want to see a studio tour with underneath this video. The comments are just a great way to help the algorithm recommend this video to more people like you who want to watch it. So let's go check out Bunker 5 Music Studios.
Hey, I'm Edwin. Welcome to Bunker 5 Music.
Man, this is freaking beautiful.
What's up, Andrew? Welcome.
So this is our round 2 of Bunker Music Studios, and you've got some new stuff here. Tell me what's changed.
We have created a lounge for Bunker 5, so people can come over and hang out, you know, a little island, and like a kitchenette, have a microwave, a fridge, you know, double door fridge, and all the coffee stations you can imagine, you know, the pour over, drip coffee, instant coffee, grind it, whatever you want to do.
I love the detail to attention on aesthetic. Everything being black is very in my style.
Yes, my wife keeps me in track on that, so it's all
beautiful.
All credits to my wife, Jessie Portillo, on the aesthetics. And then we have this little sea room here. We got some sidecars that I'm actually trying to sell.
Oh, cool.
Anybody wants them, DM us. I got a QLS7 that's isolated just for live stuff, not for the studio purpose.
Nice.
But it's great for rehearsals and stuff. So then we got like a little writing room. This room was created to be able to come and eat and chill, but also to be able to write some music. You want something on the go. You know, we got some gear. I have an idea very quick where you're just, or we're recording in the studio, and then, you know, we got to do some editing, we got to do some vocal tuning, whatever. You know, you can come to the C room and just get it done.
That's amazing. Okay, so C room is new. And then this whole building was not here the last time we were here.
That is correct. Yes, it was just like we were building, and we created a little lounge area, but also we have some of the outdoors. So whenever you're in the studio and want to just come and chill for a little bit, and come and sit around the pool.
Yeah, this is rare. This is really, really nice.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes,
man.
sir. And then you got a little seating area.
Wow.
And then you have the little beverage bar, TV if you want to watch the soccer game or the football.
This is unbelievable.
We have the we have the pizza maker, and we have the Argentinian grill. Let me show you what I've been cooking lately. Got a little seating area for gathering, but we just built this Argentinian grill. Have a few friends in Argentina, and I got jealous when I saw theirs over there, and I was like, I gotta build me one. So I figured how to do it, and we made it, man. It's just
wow.
It's just magical.
That's crazy. So your business that you have is in construction. So you literally make all of this yourself.
Yes, we do. So I'm always trying to find new things to do. If I see something that I don't know how to do it, then we got to figure it out how to do it. We get it done. That's the beauty of that, and having a lot of trades that help us. So we kind of took a challenge and made it happen. And then I don't know if you remember, but we have this pizza oven.
Oh my gosh!
And it's ready to go.
So wait, this is for pizzas?
That's for pizzas.
Where do you put the pizza?
So we get all this going, and then it becomes coals, and it becomes so hot. I push all the coals to the back, and the pizza goes on the brick.
Wow.
It takes about 90 seconds max, and it's done. It gets about 600-700 degrees.
Oh my God. I got to see that thing in action.
A lot of fun.
Awesome.
Then you have the little fireplace, for the winter. We just built this bench.
You built the bench?
Yeah, we just built the bench about a month and a half ago, probably. You can see my dog is going around and made it all dirty. He loves a little Rio. You'll meet him in a little bit. He just likes to play with his ball all day, and that's the job of Rio.
This is incredible. So wait, there's an upstairs?
We have a guest house up on the second floor.
Wow.
And I'll show you around.
Oh, you got little seats in there? I got it.
Yes, we got the
That
little
is
seats.
so cool. So they must be weighted or something?
Yes, there's have sand in the bottom, and then it's cool because you can move them around and just make a circle or whatever you want to do.
Wow.
So there's sometimes projects that we have that we get people to come out of town, and we try to host whenever we have a project that we want to work on. And it's a little living room area here, open concept living room. And then we have 2 suites. So I have a lot of friends that they live in South America. Actually, we just have a very good friend from us from Spain, and they wanted to come and do a record. And we just host them here. We know the guys. He knows some of the producers that came. So same thing. We have some guys in Argentina or Colombia, and we know some guys that know some guys. It's all about creating a new family, basically. So if we know the person, then it's easier for them to be able to come to the States to build or to make music, and just to keep costs down. We can accommodate them in here.
Absolutely.
If we need to. Then we have this little bed over there too in the back.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, the balcony out here, dude. Oh,
balcony.
So sick.
This is another suite as well.
Wow. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 beds.
4 beds, yes.
Wow, that's awesome.
And then we have a fifth bed in the B room, which I'll show you here in a second. I think you've been in the B room before, but we kind of remodel a little bit and rearrange it. So now we have that B room always was intended to be a suite, just for production and lounging. Bathroom. I don't think you've seen this bathroom.
This is so nice. What's that shower floor called?
This is micro cement on the walls.
Wow.
And thick wood on the floors.
So this is like a dual purpose bathroom and like dry room.
Pool, dry. And we got some drum sets that we added to the collection recently. I go for the most, needed or like the bigger branding of drums that most of the drummers will request. So we have a DW, couple DWs actually. Have a vintage Gretsch and a Ludwig, Yamaha. And now having a spawn that I have from a long time ago. I don't know if they make them anymore, but
cool.
That spawn has been with me for a while. It's a 24-inch kick, and it's amazing. I mean, the whole kit sounds amazing. So I got some collector stuff. I got some performance stuff. We keep new patches all the time. And
hey man, being able to swap out kick drums and try different sounds is huge.
Yes. Let me take you up to B room. So B room has become a suite / B room. Production, writing. We've been doing a lot of writing camps as well.
Yeah, the bed is new. The desk was over here before.
Correct.
Wow.
And we're actually about to do a Atmos rig.
Oh my gosh.
So we kind of relocated some things so we can function.
So this is
this
is full on, like you said, suite, bathroom, shower, full bath.
Correct.
Kitchen, living room area. And then this is a nice B desk for sure. This is what used to be downstairs, right?
That's what used to be downstairs. That's how we started it. Correct.
So that means that there's something new down there.
It is. A little surprise downstairs now.
This is great, man. How do you like the S1s? I know you've had them for a while.
Yeah, I had them. It's great because I mean, a lot of people want to have control instead of just a mouse.
Yep.
You know, when you want to fly tracks, you know, you can group them. I mean, there's a lot you can do with it. Even to work on plugins, you know, you can work from the S1s, any plugin. And sometimes it's just cool to have hands-on.
Oh, absolutely. It's a requirement for me. If I'm doing any mixing, it's absolutely a requirement.
Yeah, and we had these speakers in the A room before, and now we have new speakers on the A room, which
we know I love these speakers.
Great stuff, man.
You having these downstairs when I did that session here last year was a big reason why I wanted to move up to them, because they sound so similar to Footprint ones, but on a bigger scale.
And the low end, it's amazing. It's very accurate.
And they seem to
Micromain 27s, man. They're
really translate in my rooms that I've worked in.
So we can go to Cat 5, you know, like Dante, communicate A room to B rooms. If I need to, you know, this is a writing room, somebody want to start here, and then you want to send some files downstairs instead of putting it on a drive, we just send it over.
Wow.
Behind the bed, on the side of the bed, you can see a little panel.
Yep.
It has 4 Cat 6, and that becomes Dante.
Wow.
To downstairs, and then we can send stuff over. We have a little booth for vocals, like which you've seen before probably.
Yeah, man, it's so cool. Vocal booth in the suite. Yeah, literally just book this out and live up here for as long as you want. This would also be a great place to film videos. You know?
Yes, and if you want to jump in a meeting and the A room is not being used, you can come and sit down in a little lounge too.
This view is
we keep a pair of coals at all times up here, so
keep you company.
Yep. And then we have a third coal over there in the white stand. It's just with a sock, so the dust doesn't.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be fun to get up over there.
Yeah,
you got a big ladder.
You got a ladder.
That's interesting. I've never seen a white one of those stands before. That's pretty cool.
I got me 3 the other day, and I might change these 2 also, just so you don't see them. You know, just kind of blend with the room.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You know, that's the whole aesthetics is important to us.
So you have these little boxes here in each of the rooms. Do these show up like on the patch bay
Correct.
downstairs?
Yep, everything goes to the patch bay. We have about 96 lines into the whole studio, and I even have the main tracking patch panel in my house. I have an upright in the house, so if I need to record,
cool,
or I need to do like a podcast or anything else.
So freaking cool.
Let me show you the A room. So there's a few updates in the A room. We got us a 2448 API.
Oh my God.
Thank you, API, for hooking us up. And we have a new ATC speakers.
Oh yeah, look at those things. Oh my gosh. Yeah, those are a little bit bigger woofers.
A little bit, yes.
I gotta listen to some stuff.
Yeah, and we have a JL subwoofer also that it's matching the. I mean, it's tuned to the room with the speakers. Yeah, so I had a couple options. I used to have an SSL, and I love the sound of SSL actually a lot. I had a lot of 500, you know, outboard gear. I felt like for a studio, for a little more professional studio setting, you have to have the board, you know. It just flows. So the workflow, I have 24 channels in line with the patch bay, so it makes it a lot easier to just hook up 24 channels over there, and it's already in line with the board.
That's great.
I don't have to be patching anything.
Yep.
Unless I want to be doing some dynamics or EQs. Not even the EQs. If I want a different EQ, then I get into the board. But it makes the workflow so much easier. Also, it has 24 outputs. So if I want to go mix 24 channels in the board, I can do that. But I can actually mix up to 48 channels if I want to use a small fader as well.
Oh, right.
So you get into the small fader.
Yep.
And all that. I don't quite use it like that, but you have the option to do it.
That would be a big mix. 48 is a lot.
Yeah, it's wild. And you also have a choice to have few 500s. Man, I fell in love with this guy, the SPL Big. It just makes your mix big, and that's what I call it big, It makes it wide, bro.
Yeah.
Gets a depth. API sent us this pair of EQs to try them out, and they're amazing. Of course, the G compressor can never go wrong.
565. I've never seen these before.
Yes.
Really cool.
Yes, they're pretty cool. And then we have the little shadow heels. It makes everything a lot easier for workflow. And also, like if you need to adjust something on the fly, it's in front. Why did I go with API? Is because Nashville API is basically the sound. Any big and major studio that you go, most of them you'll see an API board. You know, there's some Neves and there's some SSL, sure, but I feel like the sound of country music, it's a API. I do have quite a bit of Neves as well. I have this rack with 6 preamps, 2 EQs. These guys are Neve after Neve made, MA5, they're amazing as well. But I also have some racks, 1073 DPX. So I have 4 channels here as well, and then I have the X773i, which is a 2-channel. And I recently just purchased a 1084 pair. Sick. And I bought the rack so I can fill it, but I have to go.
That's big time.
One step at a time.
Yeah, those are no joke, man.
But the depth of that is amazing. This is the BAE version. And I'm actually just order a pair of Neves, and I want an ABM.
Oh, cool.
So I'll probably post something once I ABM.
You're gonna have to get a full-time tech.
I'm gonna have to get a full-time tech for sure. Yes. And then we have the 1-channel strip, API. This is just cool.
Yep.
These guys are just amazing too. Rupert Neve, Shelford channels. My gosh, the legend. He's the OG of preamp.
Is there anything anyone should know when picking out what kind of power strip or conditioner that they're going to use and why? Yeah,
so we have a transformer dedicated just for the clean power in the studio. So we have regular power, but we have clean power as well, and everything runs to a transformer. It's actually the size of a big old box, and that filters a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's great. Like you get no hums or hiss. It's pretty clean. And I have a dedicated 20 amp circuits in different areas. So like the speakers, for example, they don't run through a power supply. The speakers go direct to a 20 amp.
Yeah.
On each. Why is just because if you want to get the punch what they were made to do, you need the power that they required. Sometimes people say, well, man, my speakers don't sound like they should. Maybe want to check into if you're getting enough power to them. Or maybe they go in with a little cable to a outlet and and then from there going to like a 10 gauge cable to the wall. And I mean,
Amazon Basics. Get on a little power strip.
Yes. Or they go on like a 14 gauge cable. I mean, you want to go.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you want to go with the right cable.
Yeah.
Into the wall so you can withdraw the power that it needs.
Man, that's a whole rabbit hole.
Yes.
I guess we should go through every single piece of gear here one by one, huh?
I did get a pair of Pultecs.
Yes.
That we did not have.
These are great.
I've been producing a lot of stuff, and we recently started a movement called Musical Labs. It's a collaboration of musicians, and we're trying to create something that is something fresh, something more analog, not so much programming, but something more like, okay, like let's really play. Let's get 4 or 5 guys in the room let's make it, you know, let's create the strings, let's just do it. And we're coming out with some cool stuff that I can actually play you some if you like.
Yeah.
They just trying to create something fresh, you know.
Yeah. So for those who are curious, what's the computer converter situation in here?
Yes, so I have a Mac Studio. It's actually in the back, and the Mac Studio is connected through a HD card, which is the AX.
Oh, nice.
From Pro Tools, I have it, and it goes to the mothership burrow. That's on my converters, and I have 48 ins, 32 outs. I used to be on Symphonies for a while, and then I switched from the Symphonies to the mothership, to the burrow, and I mean, it's a big difference.
Yeah.
I think the depth of it, the warmth, the conversion, I'm in love with it. I think symphonies are great. I just took it to the next place that I need to go.
Yeah.
You know, my headroom is all amazing. I mean, it's I can drive things without distorting. You know, I don't feel like I have a limit.
Yeah.
You know, as long as I keep everything -6, it's just I can push things up and it's right there, you know, give me the harmonics and the depth and the dimension, you know.
Now, when you're producing some of the stuff in here, you guys are hopefully doing a ton of tracking here. I mean, this is a beautiful place to track.
Yeah.
Are you taking it then and doing some mixing here for some of those projects as well?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot more mixing lately, which it makes it a lot easier because my mind has changed in the last 2 years. When I have an artist, I want to understand what the artist is looking for, what's the end product, even if they have a reference. Okay, show me a reference of what you want to be like. So it's making it a lot easier for me to have a full understanding of what they want to do, because then when I get tones for the record, for the EP, whatever we were recording, I know where I'm going. So I'm automatically already EQing. I don't do a lot of processing as much as I don't do much dynamics. Because I don't want to be limited on the back end.
Right.
But sometimes I will just like cut a little bit of the, you know, just I want to push it a little bit, so I just maybe just cut the clip of it. But it helps me know where I'm going, and when I go to mixing, it makes it a lot easier. I don't have to do so much processing and hundreds of plugins. I do everything up front.
And I also, these SSLs, I was panning over these because these 611s are, I think, such a banging deal.
They are, man. So I had them on my console that I used to have, and I just took them out and kept them. It just butter. And these mags as well.
Yep.
Dude, that right there is amazing. Even for a master bus.
Yep.
It gives you the air band that you need. It opens the top, you know. Once you start hitting those 12, 16 hertz, and now you want to keep going up.
Yep.
You know, get some of the 20 out there. Some things that we cannot even hear, but it's great. It just having different tools to keep doing what you need to be doing. One of my favorite things on my chain is this API 2500. I will normally mix most of it in the box, but I do have a side chain that I do, and I like to go hit the Pultex, then I like to hit the Fusion, and I do everything very low, so it's not affecting a lot. Then I come to the 2500, the API, and then I go to the SPL, and then to tape into Pro Tools. Yeah. And it just gives a depth and a warmth. It makes you know, if you have I've done that in the box and I do it outside the box, and it's a difference. Always there's something there with analog that makes it gives it a depth, you know. Oh yeah.
How long have you been recording and been interested in studios and like collecting stuff?
I started it, I would say, in 2003, 2004 probably. I went to school for audio engineer, and then I graduated in 2006. And I decided to build my studio, my professional studio, in 2007. And once I finished it, actually one of my teachers, because I had no idea what to even buy, had to teach me, like, he gave me a whole list of what to get, mics, some preamps. Yeah. I had a friend that told me that if I finish the studio, he'll bring clients, and exactly what happened. My good friend Richie Peña. And then I've been having to sell some of the gear that I had that I probably thought I wanted it, but then, you know, I found something that I prefer. Yep. So then I've been switching with the time. I do try to keep everything like in two channels. Like, you know, if it's not a stereo, I like to keep like the CL1Bs or the Late 2As or even the distressors. I like to keep 2 channels because sometimes you want to run it through room mics, or you want to run it through something, a stereo. So you have to have the same color.
Yeah.
So everything that I do is mostly in pairs.
Do you play as well?
I play keys and program and a little bit of acoustic. Got some new toys, new keyboards. I got the Mellotron. We got a Prophet 5, and then I got Prophet 6. One of my first keyboards ever is that one, Karma. So that's sentimental value. I don't think I will ever get rid of that.
That's awesome.
And one of my professional keyboards that I, from the first ones I actually was able to afford is this Motif.
Oh, yeah.
So I keep it around, man. I like how it feels.
Yep.
And then we have a couple Nords, B3. I will use that Akai to program. And I have an Arturia as well here that used to do some of the heavy lifting with want to do like piano or something a little heavier. So I have a good friend that had a company, a furniture company, and he taught me how to do this. I worked for him for a little bit, and and he actually helped me getting all this cut in a CNC because he had the program, and I went ahead and built this guy. Big shout out to Todd Beaton.
Yeah, that's
Sound
Todd.
Construction.
Yeah,
my boy.
He's Todd. Yeah,
good mentor. I love the guy. So,
shout out Todd.
Shout out to Todd.
And then so you had to make a whole new desk for this then, right?
Yes. So one of the guys that used to work for Todd, he sold the company a while back. Now the thing is called Argosy, and they went out of business in Nashville. They moved out to up north, and I had a sidecar. I had the sidecards that you saw earlier. Those are 1608.
Yep.
For a 1608 console.
Got it.
They didn't match. So one of the guys that started his own company, and he helped me just build he did the new sidecards for me. The faders are actually automated on the board.
That's amazing.
So I can mix and fly things all day long.
That is
and
amazing.
It's so smooth.
So yeah, you said inline, right? So you can basically come in down the channel, hit the small fader to your inputs.
Correct.
And then just return on the large fader.
Correct.
Like it was meant to be.
Like it was meant to be, man. Yeah, they know what they're doing.
These faders feel so good. I'm waiting for the day for a controller to make faders that feel that good.
Well, you might have to get an API. They know what they're doing. So big shout out to API. And some people tell me, why don't you put a controller here? Because I have this already. Why would I want a controller? I can just go and use this. I mean, this brain is very nice. They got it together. They did a great job.
So it's going off time code with your session, of course. And
it goes to Huey.
Oh,
so
it does?
It's basically Huey. Yeah.
Really?
It's like econ control. It's the same thing. So even reads the MIDI in the back. You control it with it, and you can do everything through Pro Tools. So it even responds to some of the commands. Like if you want to read or write, it just reads it. Like if you want to engage and arm the track, you can from here.
Wow.
You just read straight through.
Oh man, that is amazing.
Yeah. So let's go to the live room. We have a session coming up, and we went ahead and set the piano. We got a C7 here. This guy is just beautiful.
Now
we bought it from Emerald Studios.
Yeah, I was playing this a little bit earlier.
It used to be Mr. Alan Jackson.
Oh, really?
Thank you for letting us have your piano.
Wow.
That's a lot of history in this piano.
Yeah, really great condition too. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, I actually got the list of a lot of the tuning sessions that they have to do for recordings. And you'll be surprised some of the people that use this piano to.
What's that thing down the bottom there?
This is like a little MIDI reader.
What?
So it can, if you're tracking, it can read MIDI. I'm trying to get the MIDI playback. There's a instrument that you sit here and then plays it back for you.
Yeah.
Because that would be cool for people that are doing all this stuff. And I've got a lot of friends in South America.
Yeah.
And they always ask me, hey man, do you have a way to play these tracks back and record them in the piano?
Yeah.
So I've been thinking about it. I'm looking into it, what it costs and all that, but that's cool.
That's a crazy technology.
Yeah. And then we have a Gretsch kit that we bought recently. It's nice. I love it. We bought it in this November.
Gretsch Renown Piano Black.
Yes. And I actually had a 18 and a 16 tom made custom. Yes. So it's cool. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So is that what's up there, 12?
That's a 12 and
16?
16, but I also have an 18.
Yeah. Got some nice vinyls on here.
We got some Bisons.
What is that, Black Beauty?
Black Beauty. Yes, sir. We got 2 Black Beauties. And we actually have a couple more snares that I can show you here in the closet. We have the normal, everybody can use them.
Wow. Yeah, Black Beauty.
But if you go to the left, you have my
nice.
my more
wow.
Yeah, there are sessions that I produce and I just go for my own sound, and sometimes I hear something in my head. Variety is good. And then we have some of the toms up on the top.
You have no shortage of drums here. This is awesome. Lots of headphones. Of course, fully
headphones
stocked.
with a lot of choir stuff, like a lot of big gang vocals, gang vocals and all that. Yeah, this room, it's about 1,200 square feet, I would say. And the ceilings up to the top are 32 feet.
Wow.
So the decay is like very short.
Wow.
It's dry, but it's not dead.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Drums sound amazing here. We do a lot of string sessions as well. It's just amazing. We have this little system here just to have multiple headphones. If you have like a big crowd of singers, and then we have some of those rolls for talkback mics. So everything goes to those talkback mics go into those rolls.
Right,
and then I just send one channel to Pro Tools.
Yeah. Talkback
just
line
makes it a lot easier.
That's way better, yeah.
And we got some amps since last time also. You have a Gibson here, Atlas 4.
What do you like it on?
It just hits, man. It has the meat. I'll call it the meat. It has the meat, man. It just crunches and meats.
I love the simplicity of the older amps. I mean, 3 knobs, giant head, loudness, bass, treble, boom. 2 inputs with no labels.
And all the tools, man. All the tools in the back makes it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and here in this other booth, we have several other ones. I have some Marshall heads with the cab, and we have a few different options. Recently, we were able to get a good relationship with Victory Amps. They're from England, and they sent us those 3 heads, and man, we love them. Thanks, man.
Oh, these are awesome.
They sound very, very good.
Super Duchess, Copper Deluxe.
And then the matchless, of course. You can never go wrong with the matchless.
Yeah, you've got a great collection of cabinets.
And then a twin Fender, twin hand Fender.
What's this GTM 45? 4x12. Freaking rock and roll in here.
Those are loud.
I bet, dude.
Yeah, they have 4 speakers, remember? That thing is loud, bro. It's great. Great tone, great sound.
Now this booth is big enough for a drum kit, right?
It was intended to be for a drum room. It's just people love the sound here, and literally it sounds huge. It sounds massive. So we do most of the tracking here, but also if you have a session like a jazz session or some session that you're not too tight about the drum room miking, so we can still have the drums in the drum booth, have the piano here.
Yeah.
We are about to extend the studio to make a piano room.
Oh my gosh.
Which we're gonna go 12 feet. We're gonna open 12 feet here. We're gonna go 14 by 29. And then we're gonna move the piano, so you'll be able to roll the piano in and out.
Wow.
Through here, it'll have like a accordion door. We're talking with the company about the soundproofing of it, the sound control. So we'll be able to have sessions here with the piano, but we can move it out.
Yeah.
And
so
then
keep drums.
Keep drums here, still here, and
more isolation.
Yes.
And then this is like one of the highest number of booths I've seen especially in a home studio. I mean, this is next level home studio here, but drum booth,
amps,
that's right. Yep. So you can separate specific amps.
And 2 vocal booths if you want to do it at the same time.
Where do people go to book this place, and what should they know?
Yes, so if they want to book this place, they can go to bunker5music.com, bunker5music.com, and all the information is there. We are on social media as well, Instagram. We have a YouTube channel as well. You can visit us. I'm starting to create new content and doing some rundowns on using certain instruments or different preamps, music, setting up for a session. I found myself trying to find different techniques for miking. So I'm starting to do some content in that regards. We are fully bilingual, so we can help you with your production. We can help you with your EP. We can help you with your next project. So you can book us at bunker5music.com. Be happy to have you here.